try to trade. Yeah. Thank you. So she tries to draw the ladies in that group. They want her to hand over her lucky charm, her leopard's claw, to them in exchange for maybe some money or something. She says, "No, that is my lucky charm given to me by my mother. I don't want to exchange it. But you know what? I would take your umbrella." Now this is the very important thing for me, when I was reading this book. These urban people, these grown up adult educated people, they believe it is their right to take the claw, which is the only precious thing this village girl, this little girl has. And she can't take that umbrella from them, even to trade it. They find it very they get upset. Like, they find it like, how can this girl, this tiny little girl, a village girl, illiterate girl, how can she desire my silk umbrella? And the men in that group, they point out that you desired her claw, and why can't she desire your umbrella? So this is, very profound. It is not just a child's thing. It is like how, as human beings, we desire each other's thing, but for someone it is right, but for the other person it is wrong. And the second part of the story is the Ram Bharose. Uh, After the trading happens, yeah, she does give her claw to those tourists, and she takes that umbrella with a bit of bargaining and few exchanges. Not huge dialogues, very simple dialogues. You'll read it within few minutes, and you'll glide over it. This emotion which I'm talking about, most of us will not even reflect on it. But that is, Ruskin Bond's beauty. He puts in profound messages in such small dialogues. It's for us to interpret it. It is for us to draw out that big message there. And now we come across this Ram Barasa, the village shopkeeper. He too desires the umbrella. He also feels that I'm the richest man. I am the person who has all the goodies in the shop, which all the kids desire, and everything I have. And I don't have that blue umbrella. How come this little village girl has it? And even he tries to trade that umbrella from her. But Binya is reluctant to share her umbrella. She carries it with her, and not only Ram Bharose, everyone in the village envies her for that umbrella. Okay, then the story, moves on, and you have lot of action, like in our Indian movies, fight scenes you have. And then finally, the climax is, I don't want to give a spoiler. So the transition from the greed, jealousy, envy, to empathy, and the evolution of Binya, you see in that story. So the this is a very small novel. Even Amar Chitra Katha has published it. So as I said, that is a subtle transition in Binya, from that little girl, free-spirited girl, to a girl who admires the umbrella, and she evokes the envy in everyone. From that, to a girl who lets go that materialistic, that thing which gives us pleasure. Our senses give us pleasure. We want something which is good for our eyes, to our ears, to our sense of feeling, to our smell, to our nose. That is what we desire, isn't it? So she lets go that, and from that little girl, she becomes that mature adult. And all this ideas, is captured by Ruskin Bond with his beautiful language, imagery. You don't need a dictionary, you don't need a thesaurus. You just read it, and you get the essence of the human spirit, which is embedded in the rural life, in nature. Okay, and Ram Bharose, as I said, he does certain evil things, and the whole village, keeps him at bay. They stop buying from him. He goes almost from the richest man to the penniless man. And when Binya sees that how helpless this old man has become, and how sick, how withered, and how he has been ostracated by the entire village, and how he has been segregated from everyone, how he's suffering for the wrong deeds. When he starts repenting, then she forgives him. And you see, very simple thing, very small thing it is, the climax also, but the message is very profound. It is about, forgiveness, it's about redemption, regret, and the spirit of family, the sense of community harmony, and how people, initially everyone is envious, everyone wants to have that umbrella, from the school master's wife to the pujari, and how everyone, lets go their feeling when they see Binya has been almost cheated. They develop compassion. And in Binya also, the girl who was like very, acting with full of pride, and looking very fashionable, and like the drawing everyone's attention. From that, she develops humility, and she develops the value of forgiveness. So basically, as I said, the story is more about innocence, the village dynamics. Through that, the writer conveys a very profound message. And it actually appeals to anyone and everyone. It is meant for each age group, every age group. It transits time. That is why it is timeless. So it has made a deep impact on me personally. And I plan to reread all the stories by Ruskin Bond. So that is my short presentation. So thank you for listening to it. If you want to ask me anything about him, the writer or the characters or the settings, I would like to respond to that.
Yeah, Debaji, thank you so much. Like, I just want to see, like, what is the most takeaways from this book reading, like from the book, like.
Okay. So materialism. Materialism is not big. Humanity is very big. And the forgiving, forgetting, letting go is more important. And anything which we desire, another thing, let me tell you in this way. Um, when I was in school, we had this. Did you have a pilot pen when you were in school, or any ink pen or any fancy pen?
I
Or
have a
did you?
pilot pen even today.
Yes, pilot
Yeah.
pen. Yeah, I
So
remember.
those
Yes,
days,
for
it was a
example.
very big thing. Big thing. Everyone didn't have it. Few kids had it. And all of us couldn't, afford to have that pen. Or maybe the Camlin geometry box. It used to be the class envy.
Yes,
No, and
Hero
everyone
pen.
desired it. Everyone couldn't have it in 70s, 80s, when
yeah.
those things. And then later the ballpoint pen, the ball pen which is you get for throwaway price today, free.
Apsara pencil.
Uh, So, but we all desired it, right? And today, if
Yes.
you think about it, I live in a villa in a gated community. My cousins think that I'm leading a life of luxury. What a beautiful home. They envy me. Okay. They have a life in which they have done their PhD. I desire that. They are doctors. They are doing, wonderful things for humanity and mankind. I don't do that. I envy that. We always desire what others have. Like someone goes for a vacation and a holiday, and when we can't go for it and we can't take that vacation, we envy that. Now, Binya, she lets go that only one precious thing she has in her life. First is her claw, a leopard's claw. Later, her umbrella. She's hardly 12 years old. They, during winter, when it's cold, they wear clothes which is just put together with a thread and a needle. They don't have fancy coats and sweaters or nothing like that. She fights off a snake with the umbrella. Mm. She protects her umbrella, which is going to fall from a cliff, and it gets torn, it gets faded. But still, no, she maintains it, like how we took care of our Camlin box and this pilot pen and all that. But today we have something much more precious than that, right? So we are not ready to let go. This girl lets go all that. So, the real joy, the real pleasure in life is in letting go and still celebrating life, and the ability to forgive and forget. Ram Bharose tries to hurt her and her brother. She's ready to forgo that and forget that. So, the real peace, the real joy, the real wealth from Ruskin Bond, I believe, is to let go. And the gratitude you have, the family you get by letting go, the friendship which you get, that is the community which you get by letting go. That is my takeaway. That is my takeaway from the story, Milanji.
Deepaji, can I add something here? Yeah.
Sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. First of all, thanks for this summary and presentation of this particular book. The way you started the book, that this writer is writing for childrens or kids. That means from that, at least I get the tone of the book that it should be very simple to understand the flow of this thing. That any kid can also read that one. So that's really good, and I resonate with the story in this book, and I think it will give me the answer. The similar incident I just want to share just quickly. Uh, in my very first job with my company, we went to trip in Dapoli, and there is this big nursery. It's very famous in Dapoli. There is this big institute as well, agriculture institute. And we went to Dapoli, and there is this nursery run by two one couple. They are all US citizens, very very rich, and huge nursery. And we are just freshers.